We are ready to respond to the questions that the court put to us at the end of the day yesterday. I have Mr. Mahat Somane, who the court has already found a fairly useful man in explaining numbers, and he will be responding on the numbers. But I have brought on board Mr. George Murugu, who has previously not been on the front bench, who is very, very well acquainted with the architecture of the electoral process, and both of them will be responding in the 30 minutes that you've given us. But there was a question directed to me personally by Lady Justice Jokindong, and I will deal with that question at the very end. Mr. Brook.
Good morning to all of us again, and Senior Counsel, just before your team starts, on the question of voter turnout, and as you respond, please bear in mind the following so that we know that you are answering our concern. In Forms 34A, some of them have the rejected ballot. That's what Mahat taught us yesterday, added to the votes cast, so that the figures on 34A are not necessarily the figures in 34B and not in 34C. So tell us, as you answer the question in your own manner and style, on voter turnout, was it calculated on the numbers in 34A, B, or C? Senior Counsel, you understand our concern? Thank you very much.
Madam Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya, honorable and distinguished judges of this court, my name is George Murugu. I am here to answer questions that then the bench put to the Commission and to the Chairman. I will be as brief as possible, noting the little time that I have, and I hope that I'll be as useful to the bench as my colleague Mr. Mahat has been. Now, I will straight away start with the questions that were put to the first and second respondent by His Honorable Justice Ouko. And the first question was to do with the question of unutilized ballots and how they are accounted for. This is the way unutilized ballots are treated. At Regulation 69, which provides for the voting procedure, that is the Regulation 69 of the Election General Regulations, it provides that a voter will be issued with ballot papers for all elections in a multiple election. That is at Regulation 69.2. At 69.2A, he is expected to cast his votes in respect of all the elections. 69.3 makes it an offense for a person to knowingly fail to place his or her ballot paper issued to him inside a ballot box. But at Regulation 77E, an unmarked ballot is treated as rejected and is void and shall not be counted for purposes of declaring a result at the polling station. At Regulation 78.3, the presiding officer then is put under an obligation to record in Form 41 the head of rejection for each ballot, and for our purposes, Sub-Regulation 3D then addresses the question of unmarked ballots. Regulation 81B then provides that rejected ballots, such as the unmarked ballots, are sealed in a tamper-proof envelope and placed in the ballot box. That is how they are accounted for, Honorable Justice of the Supreme Court. The second question that I shall deal with, and this again it was posed by His Honorable Justice Mr. Ouko was whether there